ladies and mostly gentlemen. Today we're going to take a look at some of the brand new gnome hair, beard, jewelry customizations which are coming to the game in Shadowlands. There was a build last night which added them and they are absolutely insane. But before we get into all of that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming on Twitch, I'll be streaming there every single day. Right, so as I said, there was a build last night which added the gnome customizations, and honestly, I did not expect these at all, and they are absolutely insane, and there's quite a few to get through, so let's just jump straight into it right now, guys, with the males. And the males had a ton of stuff added. They had 3 brand new hairstyles, a ton of beard options, and some eyebrows. So let's just jump into the first one, which is this hairstyle right here. Yep, this is real, this is World of Warcraft, this is actually happening in Shadowlands, and this is an option for the gnomes. It's pretty insane, and it's kind of funny because you kind of look at like the mecha gnomes, for example, and they have like kind of wild hair like this, and I guess they just kind of took inspiration by that, and they thought, you know what, the gnomes can do that too. And this is just an absolutely insane hairstyle, absolutely huge, sticking out the back there, just swept back, and looks pretty crazy, looks pretty down crazy, but guys, trust me, it gets a little bit wilder. So this is the next one, a little bit more down to earth, kind of normal looking, a little bit similar to the last one, but just a lot smaller. And yeah, it has a bit of a 5 head as well. I really like the new kind of like effect that they've given to the hairstyles. A lot of the new hairstyles kind of have this kind of wavy and awesome texture to them, which make them look a lot more high fidelity and a lot more crisper than the previous hairstyles. But this one's pretty cool, kind of similar to one of the mecha gnome ones, but a awesome hairstyle nonetheless. And the final one is this one, super unique, super different to anything we've ever had with the gnomes, and I really like it. Actually, it looks like a real hairstyle that you actually have in real life, unlike the first one, you know, that one was a little bit nuts, but a pretty great look nonetheless, and using that kind of awesome kind of hair effect, as you can see again, which has been used on some of the other hairstyles for like the humans and stuff like that, but this hair specifically, really cool, an original design, and I'm a big fan of it. So moving into the beards now. Now Blizzard have actually split apart the beards and mustaches. Now I don't know whether or not that'll be a separate option between the two. As you can see with, like, for example, this one, this is obviously the long beard which is available right now without the mustache, but I don't think this is specifically going to be an option. We did actually get the human stuff in the game yesterday, and that wasn't split apart. They kind of threw different combinations together and gave you options like that. However, there is some new beard options for the gnomes, and this is the first one. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. As I said, there probably is an accompanied mustache for it, which we will have a look at in a moment. But yeah, this is one of the beard options for the gnomes. Pretty pointy, kind of. I'm not sure if that is the right texture for it specifically. That's the only texture we currently have in the game, but yeah, it's certainly unique, but not as unique as this one. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this absolute crazy beard for the gnomes. We have got this massive wizard's beard for gnomes right now in the game, and that is going to be so awesome in Shadowlands, and I can't wait to use it myself. Yeah, so that is a pretty nuts looking beard for the gnomes. Really happy they've kind of gone all out with the gnomes, and I'm really looking forward to other races as well. So yeah, that's the 2 beard options. So let's move into the mustaches. As I said, you're probably going to get some of these mustaches by themselves, but you also will probably get them combined with these 2 beard options. So this is the first one, absolutely huge, kind of obnoxious, kind of expected. Looks like he wants me to come to his menagerie. I don't really know. It's pretty nuts. You can't even see the mouth there. Might be scaled incorrectly. I'm unsure. But pretty unique and pretty different to anything we've ever seen with the gnomes. And as I said, some of these probably will be linked with beards, but this one specifically probably will be on its own, and it's pretty different. Yeah, it's very different, and I kind of like it. You know, you add that with the crazy hairstyle, it's going to be a really solid combination of hair and beard there. Next one is this one, similar sort of size, kind of looks a little bit like a Tuskar moustache, potentially. I'm not really sure. Definitely very different to what we've seen. Unsure of the scaling. Again, it kind of goes all over the mouth there. Could be just a scaling issue, or that is the look that they are going for. Either way, Very unique, very different, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Next one is this one, very Cold Tyran-esque, very similar to a design that we've actually seen on the humans, and a new design that we've seen kind of coming out of the game from like Battle for Azeroth onwards in some of the characters. But this is a really cool look for the gnomes, super unique again. I think this one will be one that's probably on its own as well, along with probably most of the other moustache options. Actually, they seem to have done a lot of work with them. But we will take a look at what they look like combined with beards in a moment. But we need to take a look at the final moustache, which is this one, which is a little bit longer, a little bit Dr. Robotnik, very long, very straggly, pretty cool look though. You kind of see the physics of it as well as a gnome moves around. Is kind of like waving in the wind there, which is actually really, really cool. So when we combine some of these with the beard options, you get a pretty interesting look, like this, for example. As I said, I'm unsure of the texture of the actual bottom beard there. It looks a little bit blurry. Might be the wrong texture on my end, so apologies if it is the wrong texture. However, this is a great look. Maybe these two go together, I'm really not sure. I mean, on the model file, they kind of look like they're kind of next to each other, so this could potentially be the look that we will be getting with this full beard. I mean, another possible combination could be these two as well. Another really great combination of beard and moustache. It's kind of hard to tell. Then, yeah, they're not really spaced out correctly, and they're not really linked up in the game files, unfortunately, so you kind of have to do a little bit of guesswork here. But yeah, you kind of got to just kind of poke around and add different combinations to see which works and which ones go together. Like, for example, these two kind of go together quite nicely. The symmetry there is quite nice, but you can also combine it with, like, say, for example, this one here, or this one here, or this one here, you know. It's hard to tell, but you get the picture. It's going to be pretty cool, and I think once they get kind of linked into the game files, we're going to have a better understanding of what some of these beard and moustache combinations are. And finally, for the males, we got something I was not expecting at all, and that is eyebrows. Yeah, we actually have a choice of eyebrows. There's actually a ton of options for eyebrows. I believe there's 7 in total. Starting off with obviously no eyebrows. You've obviously got this one right here, which is pretty cool. All of them are kind of 3D and kind of use the same technology as like beards and moustaches, which is actually really neat. You've got these ones. They get a little bit crazier, trust me. You keep going, and you've got this kind of angry eyebrows. You've got this one here, which is a bit more wild, and you know, you add the beard, the hair, you're going to have a crazy looking gnome going into Shadowlands here. You've also got this one here, which is kind of like the angry one, a little bit happier though, bless him. And as we move on, you've got this one, which is, yeah, that's apparently an eyebrow option. That is, that's certainly something. You've got this one here, which again, pretty weird, kind of blocky, I guess, kind of representing maybe a gear kind of look, kind of technology. I don't know, I'm kind of clutching at straws here. And then we've got this one, which is, of course, the most wild one. And as I said, you throw a beard in there, you throw that really eccentric, massive bouffant hair in there, it's going to be pretty wild. And I think all of these great customization options for the males are just so fantastic, honestly. They've really just outdone themselves with getting really over the top and showing us kind of the extremes of what is possible with the gnome males. So with that being said, let's move into the female gnome and see what options they have. So as of right now on the alpha, there's not a ton of options for the female gnomes. Obviously this is a work in progress, but as of right now there are 3 brand new hairstyles and some brand new earrings, which are really cool. So let's take a look at the first hairstyle, which is this one. Kind of going in that previous theme of the male there, and it is pretty wild. A massive bouffant hair for the female gnomes, looks really great. There's also a ton of new hair color options as well, which we'll take a look at in a bit. But yeah, you've got this brand new hairstyle, which is absolutely massive and just adds a little bit of height to those tiny little gnomes. Next up, you've got this one, which is really cool. I like the details on this one. It looks really awesome from the back and the sides. As you can see, they've kind of got that new hair effect that they used on the female humans, and they're bringing it over to the female gnomes. A great look, super unique and super different to anything we've had previously with the gnomes, and I really do like this look specifically because, yeah, as I said, it's super new, it's super different, and that is exactly what we kind of want out of these brand new customization options. And finally, the return of the pigtails for the gnomes. Pretty similar to the pigtails that we've had previously, a little bit bigger and pretty cool. You know, it still uses that physics that you see there. Probably when they run, I'm sure they'll be bouncing around and looking really cool. But yeah, a great look for the gnomes. Not quite as eccentric as the first one, but still a great look and a new appearance for gnome females. Okay, and as I said, there is some options for brand new earrings for the gnomes, and this is the first one right here. Previously we've only had kind of hoop earrings, and now we're finally getting some studs. This is the first one right here. Not too, not too crazy, pretty simple, just a kind of a red gem inside a golden ring. The next one is this one. You've kind of got these draping down from the ears. I think that's actually a really great look for sure. In blue there, looks really cool. Kind of looks like tiny little potions potentially, or crystals of azurite. I know you don't want to hear that word, I'm sorry, but yeah, there could be potential crystals of azurite, who knows. You've also got this one right here, which is purple. I like this, it's got crystals coming off of the ring there. A really great look, and matches that hairstyle pretty nicely as well. But yeah, it is great to see the gnomes getting a few more options for earrings, because as I said before, all you had before was rings, and they're not the best. Next up is another stud. You have this kind of golden stud, very similar to the first one, just in gold. The next one is this one, a circle stud. Little bit of detail in the inside of the stud there. Not too sure what that is. Maybe a love heart or something. I'm not too sure if anyone can confirm what that symbol is in there. I actually have no idea. But yeah, really, really cool and super unique for the gnomes. Then you've got this one, which is a gear ring. This is a gear ring for the female gnomes. Definitely a really cool look from the front for sure for the gnomes there, and yeah, it's just a massive gear stuffed into her ears, and what's better than that, let's be honest. And finally you have this one, which is another gear, just a grey gear earring for the female gnomes, and a pretty great look. Anything to make the character look different to how it is right now is of course a plus at the end of the day. So guys, that's pretty much it. That is all the current options they have added for the gnomes in Shadowlands. There will be probably some more stuff coming eventually, but this is kind of our first take of it that we saw from a build last night. So I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, there is some new hair colors as well, which are currently only for the females. I would imagine there's going to be some for the males, of course, but these are only for the females right now. But yeah, do let me know which one is your favorite, which one do you hate, which one do you like? Are you going to race change to a gnome? I'm currently a mecha gnome. I think I'm going to move back to regular gnomes because they are super, super cool. But yeah, before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you'd like to, and subscribe if you haven't. We've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I said, I'm streaming now on twitch.tv/MrGM. Streaming the Shadowlands Alpha every single day, looking for little tidbits and little parts of the alpha that have changed. And it's super fun. So if you want to check us out on twitch.tv/MrGM, I'll be there every day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.